Alright then guys, welcome to another video. I'm your boy NarikChase, and in this video we're going to count down our top 10 favorite moments from all of the Fantastic Four films. Now, we're not going to include the 1994 unreleased version because there are no fun moments in it. So let's go ahead and just get that out the way. But we have 10 great moments, at least in my opinion. There are some honorable mentions, and maybe I'll get to those at the end, but let me go ahead and get to the honorable mentions. There's a moment in The Rise of the Silver Surfer where Sue Storm has died. Silver Surfer brings her back. There's a moment in First Steps. Susan Storm dies. Franklin brings her back. There we go. Coming in, number 10. Doom kills the scientists and soldiers in the facility in the 2015 reboot of the Fantastic Four. I don't care what nobody says. That was absolutely badass. That's one of the moments where it was like, this guy is a threat. And this is during a time period where, comic book movies are getting more darker and grittier. And I like that. I don't care what nobody says. Everybody else can kiss my tush for that. I like to see that stuff. How in the hell do you pull characters like Doomsday, Brainiac, Thanos, Galactus, and it don't be dark? Like, I don't understand people that say that stupid stuff. Come on now. But anyways, it was a good scene. He was killing everybody, and it just showed that he was like this god tier character. So I like that. I really did. Even though that's not Victor Von Doom or Dr. Doom in the slightest. Just a really cool moment. Coming in, number 9. I actually liked the origin story of how they got their powers. I thought it was a different interpretation in the original, but they end up going to a different dimension. The machine ends up messing up when they're traveling back, and each one of them develops their powers in some pretty messed up ways and pretty painful. What was it? When they come back, Johnny literally got caught on fire, was burning alive. Ben got buried in rocks. Like, I do like that. It looked messed up. It looked quite painful. But it was interesting. I liked it. I liked it. It was a different interpretation, but they still got their powers, and it made sense given the context of that film. Now, having said that, coming in at number 8, 2005, how they got their powers. They go up into space. They see this space cloud. They're investigating it. Things go left, and they get hit with cosmic rays as well as this cloud or wherever the hell it is. And I love how they show how they got their abilities. I thought that was actually pretty good. One of the best moments. In fact, it's one of the best ways for me. I actually like how in this film how they got their powers compared to the cosmic ray thing, because I still don't get how everybody get hit with cosmic rays to get 4 different set powers, 4 different types of powers. They all should pretty much have the same power. But in this film, it explains why they didn't get different powers, or why they got different powers. And ultimately, I do like that. Okay, in number 7, which is Galactus arrives in the Rise of the Silver Surfer film. Yes, nobody likes the Cloud Galactus. I did. I thought when they showed him that it looked like it was definitely the end of the world. You see how big the cloud is compared to the world. You see that it looked like it's trying to eat the world, like a big ass slug or something, or a big ass caterpillar. And then there's a moment you see the cloud going into the atmosphere, and you see the cloud separating under it, and it just looked like this hopelessness. The world's ending, fire, brimstone. Come on now, you can't tell me that don't look pretty cool. Damn. Coming in, number 6, Human Torch chases Silver Surfer, 2007 Rise of the Silver Surfer film. I thought that was really, really badass. You get to see the Silver Surfer do some really, really cool stuff. You see how well he can fly, how fast he can fly. That moment where you see him going to a building and Johnny circles around and he phases through it looks absolutely pretty cool. That's ultimately the best thing about this chase sequence is it's made to show how badass the Silver Surfer is, and he actually is. I have no problems with it. Coming in, number 5, the final fight between the Fantastic Four and Doom in the 2015 reboot. I know people don't like this interpretation of Doom. I thought it was okay given the context of the film and the story and everything. But my biggest problem has always been it's hard. I haven't read or been exposed to the Fantastic Four in fights. To me, it don't seem like they're like fight. It's not like the Avengers or the X-Men or the Justice League where I see them in constant battles with other forces and stuff. I don't see the Fantastic Four like that. I see them more into like the scientific way of dealing with things, but I haven't really seen them in fights like that, and it's probably because I haven't read any of the damn comics. Although I would say this, the comic they met, Black Panther, awesome. You should read it. But anyways, I thought it was a pretty cool fight. It was too damn short, and there wasn't enough coordination between the characters, but ultimately I do say they were just too damn short. But it's pretty cool with high stakes. Now, coming in number 4, 2007 Rise of the Silver Surfer, Johnny Storm versus Doom. At this point, Doom has been able to absorb all of the powers from Norrin Radd's character, the Silver Surfer, and he's become the Silver Surfer with his cosmic power. So, Johnny's exposure to this new cosmic energy giving him the ability to take the powers and swap powers with the other Fantastic Four members. He ends up getting all of their powers and fighting Doom. And it's actually pretty cool because you see Doom's cosmic power against these 4 powers. How Johnny uses it is done exceptionally well. I really wish they would have gave us about maybe 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8 more minutes of them fighting, them using different strategies against each other. How does Johnny combat this cosmic abilities? Is it, say, Doom using energy at him, and he's using like a flaming force field to deflect it. Like, I wish it would have been a little bit longer. That's the only problem I have with it. What we get, cool, fast paced, but at the same time, just too damn short. Coming in number 3, we're going to step into First Steps, and this is the sequence where they escape a Galactus ship, and they're warp speed, and the Silver Surfer is chasing after them. That whole sequence was straight up badass. Just the intensity of it, the idea of it. There's one point where Johnny's trying to shoot at her, and the blast are curving due to the warped nature of hyperspace, and that was actually pretty badass, while at the same time Susan Storm is giving birth to her son. So I do like that. It was very intense, it was very high stake, it was very fast paced, and I just love that in this film they show her, this Shia LaBeouf, as like she's surfing. She's literally surfing. Yes, you see Norrin Radd do it, but not the way that they show her doing it. Like, she's literally surfing along the warped edges of hyperspace. Like, stuff like that is freaking cool. So it was a good sequence. It was a great sequence. Coming in number 2, another one from First Steps, when they first meet Galactus. Great moment where they just see this huge man just come out of the shadows and talking to him, and we get to see Galactus and his awesome design glory and just how badass he looks. Just great. He looks freaking awesome. Big, scary, threatening, menacing presence just waiting on him. Just how everybody's looking at how intimidated they are. They seeing this big ass dude. It just looks awesome. And then just the atmosphere of the ship itself. You got Shia LaBeouf just right there hanging out, waiting on him to say something, or waiting for them to say something out of line so she can knock him upside the head with the surfboard. Just ultimately, just a great meeting sequence. And I like moments like this because it turns to how great dialogue is, because of how much presence Galactus has and just how the dialogue works. I think it was a really good sequence. And coming up, number 1, I will say this: the final act of Fantastic Four First Steps, where the Fantastic Four are fighting Galactus, one of the best superhero comic book fights. I love it. They were outgunned, but they went out like soldiers. I really appreciated how it shows how insignificant they are to Galactus, while showing that coordination, planning, and their different tactics led to some really key moments in them defeating him. And it was really cool. I say this in this one moment, it just shows you just how much they are ants compared to Galactus. There's one moment where Ben goes to swing like a crane at Galactus, he catches it, and then just does like this. Sends Ben into space. Damn near. He got rescued, but he sends him to space damn near. Come on. But just ultimately, it was just a great fight sequence. And I love fight. It reminds me of the fight sequence almost where when Superman came back from the dead in Justice League, and just how all of the other characters are struggling against him. Yeah, Galactus is like 100 times bigger than him, or it reminds me of the sequence from Thunderbolts where they were fighting Sentry and just how outmatched they were. So just a great entertaining sequence. I love the length of it. I love the stakes. I love everything about this fight. I thought it was good. I liked how everybody contributed to the overall victory. The sacrifices was made, the beatings that were taken. I liked it. That's my favorite moment of all of the Fantastic Four movies. And plus, I've always had this thing. I'm like, how in the hell does the Fantastic Four beat Galactus? And this fight shows why they can't. At least not physically. But ultimately, those are my top 10 best moments from the Fantastic Four movies. What are your top 10 best moments? I got 2 honorable mentions in, so maybe you can dab a little bit on that as well. If you agree with my list, let me know in the comment section below. Again, let me know what your top 10 moments are. Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and the notification button to get the best of what we got going on this channel. And we'll definitely catch you guys later.